So in this video on opportunity related functionality in Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales, we're going to cover off creating personal opportunity views, which might not sound the most exciting functionality in the world, but if you can get to grips with it, you'll always have the information you need to hand about opportunities and opportunity related information. Now, it's one of the series we've specifically done on opportunity features in Dynamics. You can see others in the series below. So if you have suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. So let's go into the system and I'll show you what I mean about personal views. So I'm in an all opportunities area at the moment. If I click on the down arrow, see I've got a large number of system views, but I've got one personal view up here, a test view I created, and I can tell it's a personal view. It's got a little person icon. So the difference between the two is system views are managed in the back end of the system. So it's typically an area that your administrator or your implementation partner work on. Personal views are ones you can create yourself and store and access as you need them. So that's what we're going to cover today. Now, a personal view is effectively made up of two things. It's made up of the query that you're running on the data, which is done through the edit filters, and the columns that you display. Now, if I want to create a personal view, the best thing to do is start from an existing view that's close to what you want. That means you don't have to make as many amends to the filters, or you don't have to move as many columns around, or add columns or remove columns. For the sake of this one, I'm going to do it from the all opportunities view as a starting point. So that's a system view, but I'm going to change the system view. I'm going to save it as a personal view. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a personal view, and it's going to be open opportunities with an estimated revenue of 5,000 or above, and the close date is going to be in the next 60 days, but I only want to display it where the potential customer has over 2,000 employees. That just helps showcase this particular feature. So what I will do first is build the query for that, because we obviously don't want all opportunities, we want a specific set of opportunities. So to do that, I'll just go to edit filters and I'll just click on that, and it will tell me what filters are in place at the moment. Now if I was pretty much to select any other view, there'd be some existing filters in place. I could delete them if I wanted to. It doesn't delete them permanently if it's a system view, and go back to a sort of blank canvas if you like. But in the case of all opportunities, there are no filters on it, so I don't have to change anything. And now what I'm going to do is build up the query I just talked about. So first of all, I click on add, and it gives me an option of adding a row, which is querying on a field effectively, adding a group, or adding from a related entity. We will cover off adding from a related entity in a minute. Let's just do it from adding a row. So I said I want all of them that are opportunities that are open. So I just click on the arrow there to select a field. I've got a list of fields. It's quite a long list, but if I click on S there, it jumps down to the S's because I want status equals. So I'm happy with the operator, though I could change the operator if I wanted to, and then I just choose the value I wanted, which was open. Now the next line was that we wanted add another field, which is estimated close date, and we said we want an operator of the next 60 days. I think we said estimated close date next, so I'm going to look for next X days, and then I put a value of 60, and then I said I wanted an estimated revenue that is greater than 5,000. And if I apply that, which I will do now, So effectively what I'm saying is status is open, estimated close date, and the estimated close date is the next 60 days, and the estimated revenue is greater than 5,000. If I apply that, that will now filter that down for me. So I've got all the records that meet that criteria. I also said I wanted only to display records for where the parent company had more than 2,000 employees. So let's just add that final bit, because that sounds a little bit more complicated, because we're querying not just on data held on the opportunity record, we're querying on data held on a related record. So if I go back to the filters and then I click add, and I can select from add from a related entity effectively. Entity is a record, a table in the system. So I need to choose one, and it's the related account record or organization record. So I select that. Then I have to select a field from that, and we said employees. I think it's total employees actually. So go down to the T's. Sorry, it is number of employees. Select that is greater than or equal to, let's say 2,000. I can apply that, and then that filters down my query. So I've brought back 5 records. So let's say that's the query that I want in place, and obviously I can set up any query that I want. By the way, I can use all statements. I'm not covered that in this for the sake of brevity. We have done a series on views and on advanced find type functionality, and I'll try and remember to put some links to those series in the notes below. The next thing I can do is edit the columns. So let's look at this. I don't want email address in there. That's of no use to me whatsoever. So let's go to edit columns. I've got that email address. I've got 3 dots on the end here. I've got the ability to remove it, which I've just done. So I've applied that and got rid of it. But I do want to add some additional columns. So I want to add source campaign. So let's add that, add column on the opportunity. I could search for it, or I could scroll down to the S's and find source campaign if I can spot it. There we are, I was on it. Close that. That pops that in at the bottom, but if I want to change the order around, I can drag and drop that so it appears elsewhere in the list of columns. I can apply that, then I can see my source campaign has now appeared on there. Now let's say I actually want to know the number of employees on the associated organization record. I can also do that by editing columns, add columns, but you can see it's not on the opportunity record, it's on the related account record. So I can actually display data on associated parent records, not child records, but parent records. So if I go to related, again, I've got that account there. So I click on account, and if I scroll down to, it was number of employees, not total employees as I said last time. So we go number of employees for the account, select that, close that, drag and drop that to where I want that to appear, apply that, and now I've constructed a query and I've changed the columns that are displayed so that I'm displaying the data that I want. So that's all well and good, except I used a system view as the starting point. Now if I disappear off and go doing something else, I'll lose this query. It's telling me at the moment I made changes because it's put that asterisk up there. Now if I want to save this as a personal view, all I need to do is click on the drop down, and at the bottom here you can see save as a new view. So I'm just going to do that, and then it's asking me to give that a name. So I'm going to call that RB test 1. Let's put test 11 just in case I've got test 1. I can't remember if I've got a test 1 on here already, and let's save that. So that's now saved, And you can see I've got that view, RB Test 11, that's got the columns I created, it's got the filters that I created, and that's now permanently saved. You can see it's in my personal view. I didn't have an RB Test 1, but now I've got an RB Test 11. So you can see it's now there as a personal view. So that's really as simple as that in terms of being able to create your own personal view. If I want to share that with somebody else, what I can do is just click on this, manage and share views. So if I want to share that view, I can just click on it, and so if I just click on that, and then I can go share. Let's say I want to share that with my colleague Mark. So I've just added Mark there. I can then click on Mark's record in this view, or Mark's tile in this view, and then I can allocate Mark some security permissions. Can he read it? Can he edit it? Can he delete it? Can he assign it to somebody else? And could he share it with somebody else? So I'm going to let him read it, and I will now share that, and Mark will now have that view. So that is all is involved in creating your own personal opportunity views. It's really, really powerful. It's relatively simple once you sort of dive into it, and it really is a great means of making sure you've always got the information you need immediately to hand. Anyway, this is one of the series we've done specifically on opportunity related functionality. If you want to see others in the series, see the link below. Also, if you've got suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, thanks very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.